Amit Ahuja. I'm responsible for product management and product marketing for the Experience Cloud side of Adobe. I joined Adobe in 2004, so I've been here for quite a long time in different parts of the company. But the last number of years, been running product on the Experience Cloud side. So that's a little bit about me. She asked me just to give kind of very high level synopsis, right, of what hopefully you've heard over the last couple of days. First of all, I hope everyone has enjoyed it and had a good event. Most importantly, we do thank you for your investment of your time, and I know a lot of you travel from very far, and just incredibly appreciate that. I do want to say that, but maybe a couple things to highlight from my lens that again hopefully came across. Starting with Shantanu on did everyone go to the keynote? I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think what you saw Shantanu say kind of to kick things off is even historically, I think if you rewind back a few years, when you used to come to Summit, it was predominantly just more representation of just a straight up digital marketing business, a digital experience. I think what Shantanu was trying to do at the beginning is paint a picture that is much bigger than that. We see this new era coming, defined in two ways. One is around how do you bring this notion of creativity as a very critical aspect of everything everybody does together with marketing, plus what does that mean with AI, right? Is I think what Shantanu is trying to tee up and say, hey, that customers in general are looking for what is an answer to that to effectively provide these digital experiences. So I think that was kind of one theme. In our world specifically, I think we're very privileged as Adobe, where we pioneered this kind of digital marketing category many years ago when we bought Omniture. We then kind of expanded that to the broader lens of customer experience management. And I think this was our attempt to start to plant the flag of where we think this market's going to go. And this concept of orchestration and how and what that means in the context of AI, right? So that was a little bit of strategic goalpost setting and where we're hearing from our customers and where they want us to go. I think the other big part of this is you think about that orchestration is we have made very large investments in over a number of years around this concept of an integrated platform. We fundamentally believe that we can continue to build, and we are building on that platform in different ways. A lot of those were shown over the last couple of days. One of them, I'll come back to them, it was around B2B, but the main one that was Anil and Shantanu surfaced day one is, hey, how do we now bring an even a bigger advancement in AI, where we've already been doing predictive AI, we've been doing ML, we already, as you know, announced and launched a lot of Gen AI capabilities. Now, what does that mean in the world of agentic AI? And I think what came across, and the reason I was walking late, we just did another, huge event with industry analysts, and I think this message is resonating that we are trying to be very pragmatic in our approach to say, we understand marketing, right? That is what we do with our customers. And as part of helping them with marketing, we understand where we think these technologies can help, right? So I don't think there was an attempt to be overly expansive and say, hey, this thing solves everything. It doesn't. And in fact, what we think is human-centered AI is critically important. Human is critically important on the creativity side and the marketing side. And we see an opportunity to build these deeply rooted, purpose-built agents to effectively unlock this capacity. I think there's tremendous excitement there. But the point I would tell you is that we are basing this in a lot of deep technology. And I don't know how many of you came to the Gen AI keynote that I led, but we spent half an hour walking through the different components of the stack. And more importantly, what do we mean by agent? What do we mean by reasoning? Right? What do we mean by collaboration? Right? Because all this is, at the end of the day, we can talk, but we have to deliver this, and we are delivering this. And how does it add value to the customer? Right? So I think that was kind of an overarching theme of our approach to this, and where we're seeing a huge amount of excitement from our customers. I think that's one other theme. And then I think you saw three. Hopefully, what came across is you saw three other broad themes that Adobe's focused on in the context of our services and applications in the platform, where we continue to innovate. Right? One is this concept of the content supply chain, and we continue to believe how we can bring creativity and marketing. You even saw Laura, our new CMO, highlight how we're even thinking about new ideation ideas. No pun intended, as I said that. And the innovation that we're bringing to effectively enable our customers to effectively automate their cost supply chain even better, as well as bring in more AI capabilities directly into that. But the key there, which hopefully came across, is the power of the automation that we can bring. That's what David would want. He walked through on day one, and he went through a lot of detail, walking through every step of that process, but I think that's important. It's a little automation, hopefully also what came across. If you ask me my opinion, when I go talk to a lot of customers, there's incredible excitement still about AI, but there's still trepidation. And I think some of that comes back to this, hey, what is the output of this, and how do I ensure it's on brand? And we're spending a lot of time and energy to help these customers effectively enable that. So it kind of takes it away from this experimentation and brings it into implementation. We're seeing that, right? And David highlighted on stage in the context of supply chain some of the results that some of these companies are seeing, right? From an efficiency point of view, a cost point of view, et cetera. So that was kind of one huge overarching theme around this kind of supply chain. The second theme, which came out a little more today, is around unified customer experience. It was a little more focused on the agentic side of it, but we continue to bring the data and journey sides together. If you have your content foundation, how do I then leverage that for personalization, and how do I bring the journey orchestration and data sides to bear? So you can see obviously a lot of the innovation we're doing there, right, as it relates to a lot of advancements around the journey piece with the journey agent, and a lot of capabilities around the data side as well. So this is where you saw me on the for those that came today and kept listening to me, right? You see an expansion of the way we think about analytics, right? What started as analytics 15 years ago in digital marketing was web analytics, then it expanded to kind of mobile analytics, then it expanded to customer journey analytics. Just at this summit, you're now seeing us talk about content analytics, right? As a major first guys, you see us talk about B2B analytics. So my point is you're starting to see this kind of expansion across these. But again, the core point is this unified customer experience and the data and journey part, all built on that same platform that it started with, right? And how do you have consistency and integration through that? So I think that was core, theme number 2. And then theme number 3 is around B2B, right? And I think this is an area, candidly, we continue to invest very heavily in. I think there's a massive opportunity because of what I said on stage, disruption and complexity. We see this new, what we call B2B go-to-market orchestration as a massive opportunity for B2B. We're getting incredible excitement around what that means, all the way from what does that mean from a data foundation to a personalization to the content to the insights. How does Adobe help B2B businesses kind of really leverage this power of this new orchestration and AI? I think that is critically important as we talk to B2B customers. And then lastly, it got a little bit of time on the first day and the second day is around this brand concierge. This is an area I remain incredibly excited and passionate about because I think there's, we're obviously all consumers in our daily lives, and I can see with me, and actually a lot of the statistics bear it out, that we're all starting to use these new applications, new conversational interfaces. And I think there's a very open question in the industry of how brands provide these next generation experiences without being a traditional kind of chat experience, right? I think everyone's been through that. So what does this new kind of immersive Gen AI, agentic-based application look like? And I think Adobe actually is in an incredibly unique position there, given that experience has to link to where you are on the journey, to the content, to the decision. And so we're working with a lot of brands around how do we help you understand and provide that next immersive front door, which I think is, if you think about everything I've said, it takes all of that into account, right? How do I deliver those experiences on brand? How do I deliver those things, right, with the right part of the journey, et cetera? So it was a lot. I got out of a customer meeting about an hour ago, and the customer's like, oh my God, it's incredible, but it's overwhelming the last 2 days. I get that. It's we do try to simplify it, but I think this is a very unique inflection point for the industry and for Adobe, and hopefully that all came across.